All right. Online right now with me is my son, Ben. As I mentioned to many of you before, hey, Ben, that this system has worked for family, for friends, as well as clients. And Ben is a great example of how it can be put to work in a very demanding occupation and also be effective when other things that maybe typically had worked weren't working as well. Ben is a firefighter paramedic. It is a demanding occupation. Obviously, I have a vested interest in him and maintaining his health. And as I have mentioned before, my goal is to work with people Ben's age, even younger, right at the early phases of these episodes of pain so that they can be kept from becoming a recurrent problem. Ben, go ahead and just give an overview about your episode of back pain, that happened, a ways back in a very sort of important situation for you and what you had done, and then go through it and we'll talk more about it.
I started having some pretty severe back pain, I think, in January or like December of 2018, right around there. So I was going to the chiropractor continuously for that. And I've always, like, anytime I've been there in the past, it's always really helped relieve the pain. But this was continuous, and it was not helping me at all. And I mean, there were times where, it would actually put me down to my knees. It was so bad. And I never felt anything like that. And there was nothing that was giving me any relief. And then finally I asked my dad about it, and we started going through these movements. And that evening that he had me do them was actually the first time in probably 6 weeks where I did not feel like I was being doubled over by how bad this was hurting me. And it felt pretty good for the rest of the night. And I woke up the next day, and it was starting to come back again. And I know he asked me, what did you ask?
Well, yeah, a couple of things there is that you had been seeing the chiropractor who had helped you a lot and who was also a friend of mine and had taken very good care of Ben, but it was over a month or longer and it just wasn't working. And you were actually worse, not necessarily because of the care, but because of the situation. And as I recall it, when we did get together online with these moves, I said, first off, hey, for now, let's just discontinue what you're doing with your chiropractic care. It's not really getting the results. And so we went through these moves, and I know they were kind of weird. You gave me some of those funny looks like, what the heck am I doing in these various postures? But I will always recall how you looked at me, you said, I can't believe it. And I said, well, what do you mean? And you said, this is, like you said, the first time in 6 weeks or so that I almost feel back to normal again. And the cool thing about that was that I did nothing to you.
Right.
You did all the work. You did the movements. And just like other interviews I've had with people, I talked to Ben about that motion repetition rule, where it doesn't necessarily matter how bad it hurts the first time, but if you do it continuously and if you feel better on subsequent movements, then it's going to work for you. How is it knowing that no matter where you are, what situation, most of the time, that you'll be able to kind of cut that episode of back pain short right there on the spot?
It's good because we can't just you can, but we have a certain amount of sick time we have, and we have low staffing sometimes, so you don't want to just leave in the middle of the shift because you're in pain or whatever. But so it's nice that I can just do this stuff throughout the day to prevent it, and then a lot of time, every time that I feel it start hurting, I'll make sure I go through these stretches over and over again, and it pretty much takes care of that and helps prevent it from coming back.
If there's anything else you'd like to say or add, you go ahead and do so. Otherwise, I'll let you get back to your day after a 24-hour shift that you just got off of.
Yeah, no, that's really it. I mean, it's just surprising how quick and how easy it is to go through this stuff and feel like a significant amount better than you did just a few minutes before that. So
Right, because you probably see some of the people in your environment walking around and they're still struggling every single day. And you've probably seen some people kind of going that downward spiral where it's,
got people who have chronic back problems. We've got one person who's been through multiple surgeries and still has problems all the time, and it hasn't. I mean, those haven't done anything for him all that much. So, uh, you know,
hey, taking care of it yourself is the way to go. All right, son, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Have a great day.